Hey guys, it's Fan Fantasy here, and we got another exciting update for Gunner Heat PC, and this one includes some April Fool's content. For those who are unfamiliar, Gunner Heat PC is a light tank simulator focused on tactical objectives and realistic scenarios. Currently, this game takes place in the Fulda Gap region in Germany in 1985. And as a disclaimer, this game is still in development, so new content and features are continuously being added, so not everything is finalized. One of the biggest changes in this update is an upgrade to the game's Unity engine core, which will allow them to develop the game even further without obstacles. And another big visible change is the environment by reworking the terrain shaders with the use of PBR, physically based rendering, which is perhaps one of the biggest part of this update. And right away, you'll notice the improved visuals and graphics, and the difference between before and after is pretty striking. Additionally, they have reworked the environmental audio, including wind and creature sounds in forested areas, as well as an update to the rain effects in terms of its visual and audible. With that, there's also a greater chance of encountering rain when you load into the missions. You will also notice that your vehicle is much more wet and shinier with the rain. Here's some rain ASMR to enjoy. Tank tracks are now more noticeable in the game, especially when you drive your tank on the grass. Personally, I think this is a really cool detail and a nice little feature. Another big part of this update is that there's new Autoloader audios for the T72AZ carousels and the MZ carousels for the T64s and T80s, which you can hear it right now. If you thought that Gunner Heat PC's tank destruction was really impressive to begin with, the devs have taken a step further by improving the ammo detonation effects when a tank is hit or damaged. The effects do really make the destruction even more visceral. Check out the scene where it did happen. Another addition is that the MiG-27s are now available as the Warsaw Pact Close Air Support units. Some gameplay adjustments and fixes. There are noticeable smokes are no longer black in thermal visions, and in terms of the thermals will now feature particle effects. The gain in thermal optics are now adjusted dynamically depending on the time of day. Another adjustment that I really like and appreciate is that AI gunners with advanced fire control systems like the Abrams or even the T-80s will now be more accurate. This was something that bugged me a little bit since the Soviets were introduced. It would make more sense for someone who has a better fire control system to be able to fire accurately, even if that means they're much more deadlier in the game. So I am glad that the devs have improved this. Another adjustment is that infantry fighting vehicles will also fire HE high explosive rounds against infantry targets. The MG3 sound for both the APCs and the Leopards have been reworked, but let me know what you guys think. I personally prefer the old one a little bit better. Performance and optimization improvements have also been implemented alongside with various audio refinements. One particular fix that you can all appreciate is the Leopard 1A1's gun sights have been fixed. Previously, it had parallax issues where it was a little off. This has now been corrected and now fixed. AI behavior has been fine-tuned as well, which includes them driving and allowing them to spot targets in front. The AI can now effectively engage smaller targets as their gun optics have been fixed. Another thing too is that AI gunners will no longer fixate on bizarre scanning directions. Hopefully that means fewer cases of them pointing their guns to the rear for no reason. So these are some of the highlights for this month's update. And on to the fun part, which is the April Fool's content. The devs have added 7 new RTS style missions to the game. And yes, you heard it right. And that's real-time strategy missions. Some of these missions were already present, but are now playable in RTS mode. It is quite fun, even though it is slightly janky, some RTS features missing, but it is a new way of experiencing Gunner Heat PC in a different light. Regardless, it is still a cool addition And who knows, this might become a feature one day down the road. One of my favorite parts of this mode is that you can actually control the infantry in some of these missions, which makes me do believe that Gunnery PC can add some really cool features down the road. Do note that this mode is temporary, so make sure to try it out before it gets removed, but I'll be showcasing some of these missions, so stay tuned. And yeah, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this update? Are you excited for this? Of course, there's a lot more things to be added, but the devs are still cooking and we gotta let them cook. And so yeah, I encourage you guys to continue supporting them if you haven't already. Give them a little patience. And once again, let me know your thoughts. If you guys like this video, make sure to hit that like with a big heat round and subscribe for more to help support this channel. And as always, I'll see you guys in my next video.